The Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, is reaching for the stars. India has launched its first space docking mission. Docking is a process with two spacecraft. They are maneuvered into the same orbit, then brought closer together and finally docked or joined together. Now, docking is crucial for space missions, but it's not easy. It requires joining two fast-moving heavy spacecraft in space. And ISRO plans to do just that. If successful, India will join a small elite group of nations. Which other countries are part of this club, and what would this mission mean for India's space ambitions? Here is a report.
3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds. Lift off normal.
This is the workhorse, the PSLV rocket. It has blasted off as the Indian Space Research Organization shoots for the moon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had previously announced plans to send a person to the moon by 2040. Now, ISRO is taking another step to fulfill that ambition. The space agency is trying to achieve an advanced technological feat with the space docking experiment, or SpaDeX. It's India's first space docking mission. Before we tell you about the mission, let's answer this. What is docking? It is a process in which two spacecraft are maneuvered into the same orbit. After this, they are brought closer and finally docked, meaning joined to each other. Docking is essential for missions. It is crucial to bring spacecraft or satellites together to achieve space missions. It's used to achieve shared mission objectives, to have multiple rocket launches, and it is pivotal for future space endeavors. The future missions that the space race is eyeing, like satellite servicing, in-space robots, and complex space station operations. But here's the catch. Docking may be important, but it's a difficult process. It requires two fast-moving and heavy spacecraft to come together in space. So far, only 3 nations have been able to do this: the United States, Russia and China. They are the only ones to have developed and tested this capability. And now, India plans to join this elite club. India's mission involves deploying the spacecraft into a 470-kilometer circular orbit before the docking can take place. Now, around 15 minutes after the rocket launch, after the spacecraft had reached an altitude of around 480 kilometers, the mission's director called the launch successful.
I'm really happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the launch of PSLV C-60 for the SpaDeX mission. The rocket has placed the satellites in the right orbit, which is 475 kilometer circular orbit.
And this is no small feat, not just because this is India's first successful docking launch, but also because it's a display of India's space tech prowess. In a first for the country, the docking spacecraft were integrated and tested in India at a private Indian company, not a government body. So if this mission is successful, it will be a win for India on multiple fronts. The country should have an answer on January 7th. That's when the docking technology will be tested. Safe to say, a successful test will launch India farther ahead in the global space race.